Hi there. Welcome to the introductory edition to the Business Partner Blueprint YouTube channel. I'm so excited you're here. I'm so excited to start this venture. This is a really, really great time. What this channel is designed to do is to empower you, what I call XBEs, women business owners, minority business owners, gay lesbian business owners, veteran business owners, disabled business owners, services disabled business owners that have a passion and purpose in life, be in a position to go after some of the biggest contracts in the world, the contracts with the Fortune 500. I'm going to walk you through a lot of the things that I've learned over the years about what it really and truly takes to be successful in this market. And this YouTube channel is an opportunity for me to interact with you directly, to be someplace where you actually consume information and come across things that can help you with your business and help you to discover some tips and tricks and learnings and discoveries that can really and truly make a huge difference, a significant difference in the impact you're trying to make. And so just a little bit about me. I started out in my corporate life as actually an end user. What does that mean for your business? That means I have some insight as to who the ultimate end user is and what kind of drives their requirements and what they're actually looking for when it comes to what you potentially offer. I then moved into being a buyer, in which case I was one of those people that actually picked suppliers like companies like yours. And so what that means to your business is I'll be able to share with you some insights about what people like me look for in businesses like yours. I did the buying work on both the field level or the plant level and at the corporate level, so I can kind of walk you through the dynamics of those two and help you to figure out where precisely might you actually look for the opportunity that's going to set your business up or to further your business if you already have your foot in the door. And then I did some sales work for another company and national account sales work. And what that means to you is I can walk you through some of the best practices and tips on how you should actually design your product and process in a way that makes it easy for buyers to purchase it. I've also been an executive. So as an executive, what I can kind of share with you is kind of the big picture thing of what makes it so that when you actually get your business in the door, how do you get that 5, 10, 15-year runway? And how do you actually run your business so that you have that kind of longevity with the Fortune 500? And I have a small business that actually sold to the Fortune 500. So I'm just not one of those people that talk about, you know what I think. I'm telling you what I know. It's like all the hats that I've worn, I actually took all of that and did it. I've sold into the Fortune 500 as a buyer, as a seller, and as a minority business owner or XBE myself. All right. And because this became a passion for me about 10 or 15 years ago, where actually this became a passion for me about 10 or 15 years ago, but it was something I decided to do as an actual legitimate business about 4 or 5 years ago. And over that time period, we've trained thousands of companies on the proven methodology so that you can take the concepts that we present and actually quickly implement them in your business so you can see results faster. So that's about 5 or 6 different dimensions of what this program is looking to address, and some of the exciting stuff that you can get on this YouTube channel. Okay. And for this particular session that I want to talk about right now, I want to address what I call the big lie. Okay. And before we do that, I actually want to talk about the term XBE. You've heard of MBE, WBE, DBE, and a whole host of those things. I like to refer to it, and some of the folks that I work with refer to it as XBEs, where a lot of companies recognize minority and women businesses. Some recognize gay, lesbian. The federal government doesn't as a defined group. So XBE we thought was all inclusive. It covers everybody. Okay. And yes, I specifically talk more about going after the Fortune 100 B2B by definition. But a lot of the things that we're going to share with you, they work in the business to consumer market. They work in the business to government market. So we're going to talk to you and share with you just a lot of practical things that are going to be exciting and worthwhile for you. But I want to first talk about the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room, as I like to say, is for a number of years, people have come into our classes and have said, Randall, big companies just aren't serious about doing business with us. They have had people in large corporations say, you know what, you're too small. As a matter of fact, I had one when I actually started my own business. I had somebody say, Randall, if you're honest with yourself, you realize you're not big enough to do business with us. It's me, all right? Somebody that knows how the whole thing would work. And you know what? The funny thing was when I got told that, it was actually a true statement because I knew better than to start pitching to somebody given what was going on in my business at the time. I actually knew better, so I couldn't even be upset. Okay, I really couldn't be upset after I thought about it. But what I want to share with you is the big lie is there are people that out there that believe that big companies aren't going to do business with you because you're a woman, because you might be black, Hispanic, African American, Asian American, Indian American, Native American, or depending on what country you're in, you could be Aboriginal. You could be, whether you're Indigenous Canadian, Indigenous to New Zealand or Australia, just a whole host of different places. And of course, minority means different things in different countries, but women and veteran and disabled are usually pretty clear. But you find that when you look at your participation in the Fortune 500 supply chain, it's abysmal. And the good news, we'll talk about this later, that's changing. There's recognition by big companies that it's better for their bottom line to actually do business with XBEs. That's another topic, another conversation. But the big lie is that they aren't going to do business with you because of that. And we need to talk a little bit about the big lie. What I would tell you in this case is, if we were talking 30 years ago, 70% of the reason why your company as an XBE probably wasn't getting business was really and truly because you were an XBE. In 2021, what I would tell you is 30% of the reason why you're not getting it is because you're an XBE. So I will agree with you that those issues still exist. There are some companies that won't do business with certain businesses because they're certain business. Those biases still exist. I wish I could say we were in a gender blind, color blind, sexual orientation blind society, but we're not. Okay, those things are real. People still do business with people, but you should be encouraged, because what it means is you may have a 7 out of 10 chance, depending on who you're talking with, of actually landing a contract. And in business, you'll take those odds. If it's better than 50-50, you'll take those odds. All right. And so then the question becomes, if you're not currently getting business, then what's happening? What's the issue? And what I'm going to tell you, because I've seen it, I know it firsthand. I know it from all sides of the fence, from being a buyer, from being a supplier diversity professional, from being a seller, from being a trainer, from being an executive, from being an end user. I can tell you this from every single side of the table, that the primary reason why XBEs and small businesses aren't getting a chance is because you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know the secret handshake. You don't know, in a lot of cases, the actual systems and processes are going on. No one's really kind of shared with you that when they ask you for something, the totality of what you're actually being asked for You may think you're being asked for one something, but it turns out there's so many complications and other things around that. And if you don't know that, that's implied and given in the question, then when you respond, your response, unbeknownst to you, becomes incomplete. But relative to the person who knows what's all involved in that question, their response is really solid and complete. And next to them, it appears that you're too small. It appears you're not ready. It appears that you don't have the capacity to deal with the requirement. And that's no fault of yours. All right. That is no fault of yours. There's nothing you did. That is how the system is actually kind of constructed to actually go against you. All right. So what we talk about is how do you actually get past all of that? It's one of those, when I was growing up, there was this TV show called Kung Fu. It was about a Kung Fu master that went around the country minding his own business. And invariably, he would end up saving folks in bad situations. But one of his favorite lines in the movie, and I never forgot this from my youth, he says, "I seek not the answers, yet to understand the questions." And in this environment, it's less about you knowing the answer right off the bat because you know what you want to sell. It's more about you actually understanding the question. What's the opportunity? What is a buyer looking for? What is the actual need that is trying to be fulfilled, and how many touch points are there on that? And so that's what we're going to spend a lot of time talking about. And the reason you can get excited about this is because there are companies out there run by people who look like you that are making billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars every year doing this. Around the globe, there are companies every day that are making more of an impact. They are closing these deals. They are developing these relationships. And the reason I'm excited about this is because these are businesses that are actually making a difference in the lives of their families and in their communities, and giving back to causes and passions that are significant to you and to me and folks who look like us and have had the life experiences we have, and we just know that we're built for something bigger. And so they're doing it, and you can do it too. And so that's what we're going to do in this Business Partner Blueprint YouTube channel. I'm going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank you for being here. This was our introduction. It's probably a little premature, but I probably need to get used to saying this. All right, please go ahead and subscribe right now, and share this link with your friends, and leave me some comments below, because I want to customize the content to some of the needs that you have going on. But I want to thank you for being with us, and stay tuned. A lot of great things coming along. All right, this is Randall, and bye for now.